Afternoon all, how are we doing? How are we doing? Here again. Here again. Still in lockdown, everybody. Still in lockdown. Got quite a few in. Got some interesting stuff to get through today, hopefully. Hopefully, but I haven't opened nothing yet, so I don't really know. I'm only assuming. I'm assuming. So what we all been up to? Quite enjoyed our little chat Sunday as well. Just a bit of reminiscing about old cars, etc. Throwback to the 80s. A lot of Ford people out there, a lot of Ford people. So Michael Hyde was first in today. Rob, saying Mike's got too much time on his hands. Derek's in. Theo, early. Mike saying he does have too much time. Colin, afternoon Colin. Theo's there today. He says, I'm late. I'm not sure. Not sure what you meant there, Theo. I was 3 minutes late, actually. Well, 2 minutes, really. Mike's wondering what I've got in my box. It's not Benji's bush. There might be something from Benji in there. I don't think it's a bush show. Hi, Gary, how are you? Hi, Simon. Simon's World. Brian Bomarito. Afternoon to you, Brian. Afternoon, Nick. Oh, it's loads in loads. Rob Titheridge. Hi, Rob. Barry Chornley. Jack Straw. Hi, Jax. Jax Troll. I did try and go to your site, Jax, but it wouldn't let me follow that link, so I must find that. Benji's there. Hi, Benji. Rob Cross. Rob's been up the ladder, up on the roof, trying to figure out where shortwave area will go. Just string a wire out as long as you can get it, Rob. That'll do you just nicely. Doug's in. Hi, Doug. How are you? I'm gonna not be able to do this soon because there's a lot of people coming in. Phil Taylor. Hi, Phil. He's had too much time on hands. 6 weeks off at chasing after a kiddo. Hi, Linton. How are you? Foxy's getting a brew. I had plenty of time, but then I started messing about with a CB radio again. Because I've got possibly some CB radio related things here. So I just wanted to get a CB set up so we can have a play with a few things regarding that. Typing your name in the YouTube search seems to do the trick. I will do that a minute, Jax, while I remember, because I did try it when we were on live and it didn't work for some reason. So let's try that again. So I do like to sort of, I can't watch all your videos, people. I'm following too many channels now. Jax, TRAW. 36 subscribers, 6 videos. I think that's you, Jax. No, just a J. No picture on your, no icon at all. I've subscribed and I've hit the bell if that is you. There's something about a one-chip synthesizer. Comparing the rise of Christianity with the rise of woke ideology. The Great Brexit swindle. That sounds interesting. Star Wars. Duke Nukem 3D. I used to like Duke Nukem. That's going back a few years. Anyway, I'm digressing already. Doesn't take me a lot to digress, does it? Doesn't take me a lot to digress. Right. Andy, Tobin, hi, how are you, mate? I've been trying to catch up with your videos, Andy. I watched one with, I think, was it Occult Black Star, was it, the other day? You were trying to get some contacts on. I watched it about halfway through, Andy. I haven't finished it yet, mate. I don't seem to get a lot of time to watch videos. As I say, it's difficult to know which ones to watch, but I have watched most of that. That sound really good, Andy. And, I think you've had some more. No, did I watch another one of yours? Just a short one. I can't remember, but there you go. I usually watch I usually watch it of a lunchtime or of an evening. If Mrs. Cruncher goes to sleep, then I stick YouTube on. Hi Mac Vision 3D, afternoon to you and welcome again. Oh, synthesizer projects a series jacks, okay. If you pull your finger out. Shadow, that's it, yeah. Yeah, smart looking rig, that one, Andy. I think there was another one on a Cobra as well that you put out there, but I haven't had a chance to watch that one yet. So let's have a look. Let's get on the bench a minute. So I've got this one lurking on the bench, which is an old York JCB-863, but that's not that may not even get used today. But I've got it connected up. I'm going to just turn it off actually, because I've got the power and that connected to it. And I got me water. I might have to have a refill on that because I'm a bit thirsty today for some reason. So let's unplug this microphone thing out the way. So let's go in here. Now I think this first parcel, first package. Hang on, let's sort this webcam out because I've just got the top of my head there. Wow, that'll do. That'll do. I look a bit yellow in that picture, but there you go. So I'm actually doing some repairs in the bathroom, and this is what I've been waiting for. Oh, nothing overly interesting. Just some 3/4 tap washers. Now I should have these somewhere, but I have searched high and low and can't find any. So I've actually had to buy some, which is always annoying when you know you've got something, but you can't find it. And the reason I've got these in, I'll show you what the problem is. I will show you what the problem is. And the problem is there. So this is the pipe underneath my bath. As you can see, I've replaced all this waste pipe. That's what I've been doing. So this overflow and all the trap and everything is new. But obviously when you pull these things out, you discover more things. So this is a 3/4 tap connection to the bath. And lo and behold, all this green verdigris, and it is actually verdigris this time. Well, you've got to have some actual verdigris from time to time, haven't you? It's been leaking. It's not actually wet as such. It's just a little bit damp. So it's evaporating off. This is the hot tap as well. So expansion and contraction probably makes it move a little bit. I've had a piece of blue row underneath this, and it's not moved at all. So you know, it's not dripping. But basically, I've got to take that washer off. I've got to take that nut off, and I've got to put one of these new washers on. So that's what that's all about. Nothing too exciting there. Then just a little plumbing job. One of my many talents, I suppose you could call it that. So nothing too exciting there. And the next one. Now this is literally just all come in today's post, because up until the post lady came, I was going to, well, I had a toss-up between a Hacker Hunter and another go at that LCL CB radio that I started on Sunday. Now we've got some floppy disks. So you remember a while ago when I was messing about with the Amiga that I fixed, I said I got a copy of Monkey Island and one of the discs wasn't working, disc number 2. And in the meantime, I got a Gotek drive, so I was still out. Excuse me. Sorry about that. I don't know what that was. Dry throat. So I'm still able to play it with the Gotek drive, but it's nothing like having the proper discs. And this came up on YouTube. So, what? Where's a goat? Where's a goat? We need some goat action here. We need a goat today. I think there's going to be a lot of goatage today. These came up on eBay, and all it was just the discs. There's no box, no manual, nothing, just the discs. And they were dirt cheap, so I grabbed them quick. And they look brand new, to be honest. I can't remember what I paid for them now, but it was less than a tenner for the whole game. So, yeah, The Secret of Monkey Island, cracking game. A couple of weeks ago, I spent the whole evening playing it. And it's basically, it's an adventure game for the Amiga. And you've got to become a pirate. I keep saying basically, don't I? You've got to become a pirate and then go out and sort out this guy, this ghost guy out on Monkey Island. So it's a cracking game. If you haven't played it or you don't know about it, just Google it and have a look through some of the gameplay on it. There was a version 2 as well. So let's put that somewhere where there's no magnets or anything like that out the way. So that's good news. The next thing has got Benji's name on it. I won't show Benji's address, but I can assure you Benji's name is on the back, so I've got to assume it's from Benji. Unless someone sent it anonymously. Or sent it using Benji's name. Let's have a quick look in here then. Hi Keith, how are you? The donut seal is a pain in the neck, Benji. That's a horrible job, isn't it, trying to fix those? So everyone's toilet's leaking. You can't get your system to stop leaking. Change the washer, no change. Probably either need either new valve. You can't get your system to stop leaking. Where's it leaking from, Jax? Benji's done a good packing job again, as usual. So we got a note. We've got a note from our mate Benji. Oh, this is I think one of Benji's cover notes for eBay. So Benji saying, thanks, these may be worth a try. I do have more of these. Regards, Benji. So we've got a package from Benji. Not Benji's box, but we've got Benji's package. Ah, okay, this is these mic elements. Interesting. Okay. So if you remember me saying I had a bit of a graveyard of CB radio microphones that I've robbed the elements out of. Is that anything to do with it, Benji, or is that just a dust cover for the... I think that's just a dust cover, because if that's in place, you'd never pick anything up, I don't think. They look pretty good quality. Kirk Acoustics. And this one's got a little wire attached to it. I don't know what these would have been used in, but they should be around about 500 ohms. I don't know how critical the 500 ohms thing is. Let's move all those connectors before I knock them over, because my meter is Right. Let's get that in shot. In shot, out of shot. Let's go across one of these elements then and see what we got. That was around 540 ohms. I'm just trying to get a contact through the solder there. And that one's varying for some reason. Whether it's because I'm putting a voltage into it by measuring it on the ohm scale. Stay. See if I can get a better contact there. Right, that should be a bit better. So these are about 560, 570 ohms, so they should be okay. So what we'll do in a minute is we'll get my my graveyard of microphones up, and we'll try one of these in there, see what it sounds like. That's why I've got the CB radio up. We can have a listen to the audio, hopefully. So with that in mind, I also went on eBay on Sunday evening and came up with this. And Maplins are still going online. Now this is supposed to be 600 ohms, so it might be a bit high, but it does say plus or minus 30%, so it might work fine. I don't know. Again, it was just a cheap sort of give it a go, and if it works, I can actually order them directly from Maplins, and they're about £4 each, something like that, £4 or £5 each. So that's that we can try as well. So we won't do that quite yet. We'll have a look at that in a minute, and we'll get the microphone graveyard out. Now this, we've got to open this on camera because I'm not overly keen on the way that this has been packaged. I think I know what this is. I think I know what it is, but I'm not 100% sure. So yeah, it's it looks like somebody's folded something up in a bit of cardboard and stuck a bin liner over the top of it and a load of sellotape. And I probably better clean my hands after this because the whole COVID thing and that, I suppose it can remain on these surfaces, and this has only come today, so it's not had time to quarantine. So obviously somebody didn't have a box, I don't think. But we might be lucky. It looks substantial. Potential COVID. You don't know. I mean, I don't know these people that you buy stuff off of on eBay. It's like a patchwork parcel, isn't it? Look at the state of this. Oh my God! I'm laughing, but I hope to God that it's not broken, because if it's what I think it is, it's something that somebody's been after for a while, and I've actually bought this in for him. If it is what I think it is, but I'm not 100% sure yet, so I'm not going to mention any names yet. But postage paid, Japan. Dear delivery persons, thank you for the delivery. This is a package delivered to an important person and is looking forward to its arrival. Please take extra care when handling the parcel. Obviously this was inside, so nobody's going to see that, but it's a nice little message, isn't it? A nice little message. Just gives them extra incentive to beat the hell out of it, doesn't it? Okay, so it's not looking too bad. It's not looking as bad as I thought, as far as potential damage. Not really the way to package up parcels, but if it does the job, then all well and good. But not great. Steampunk parcel, yeah. Yeah, the postage from Germany has gone through the roof, hasn't it? All this European postage has gone crazy. Whether that is the actual costs now, I don't know, but it's a shame because I used to buy a lot of stuff from German eBayers, but won't be anymore because it's too expensive. You know, the postage outweighs the value of the item, like Nick has just said. We're nearly in. So we've got quite a few layers of wrapping, and we've got a jiffy bag as well, which has blown the camera light out. Hi Daniel, how are you? Harvey, you received a £166 gas bill today, can't pay it yet. That's a bit random, Harvey. Okay, this is what I was expecting now. It looks like it's been packed. Yes. It's in one piece. So, here we go. Now, this has actually been bought in for one of my higher tier Patreons, who said, did I have one or could I get one of these for him? And had it on my eBay watch list for about a month, and one popped up. Net authorization. Afternoon, how are you? So there you go, Brian. Brian, it's here, mate, and it looks in good nick. It looks pretty good. So this is a realistic DX360, and they're not very common over here actually, but they're fairly common over in the States where Brian's from. So Brian's asked me to get this in and restore it for him. Well, sort of future-proof it, I suppose, really. Everything's sort of physically working. So I believe it's got, how many bands has it got on it? It's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 9 bands. It's got 6 shortwave bands, long wave, medium wave, and FM. Let's make sure we've got no batteries lurking in there. And we'll have a look in the battery compartment, make sure there's enough. Oh, hello. We have got some batteries. That's not always a good sign. They look okay though. The foam has gone off the battery door, but that's to be expected, isn't it? Radio Shack rebranded them back in the 80s. So these were originally called Radio Shack, were they? Well, Radio Shack and Realistic are the same company. I'm going to take these out because I don't trust them, but we will test them. So we've got power switch. It's a little bit grubby, but to be honest, it's in pretty good nick. It needs a damn good clean, but all the text is perfect. There's no rubbing on any of it. It's looking pretty good. It's looking good, Brian. So you've got to select shortwave 1 to 6 on the top, and then you've got a little lever on the side. Little slide switch there to select the different bands. Nice analog tuning. Let's have a look at the all-important aerial. Oh, perfect. That's a bonus, because you couldn't see the aerial in the picture. Aerial's spot on. Good news. So we've got external DC as well, so we'll stick it on the power supply to start with. 6 volts, center pin negative. So let's, I'm not going to take this apart or anything today. This will be sort of an ongoing little series that I'll record. So I'm sure Brian will want to see the progress on this. Let's have a quick swig of the lovely water. Right, power supply. Let's just disconnect that a minute. So 6 volts on that. 6 volts. Center pin negative. Let's put the current limit on minimum. Just make 100% sure that I am on center pin negative. Six volts, center pin negative, yeah. I've got my test set warming up in the background. That's what the fan noise you can hear. So let's pop this in. It's in the off position. Let's put it in FM. Let's pop the aerial up. Let's get it somewhere near classic FM. Where are we? 100 megs is about there. Here it goes then.
Search ScamSmart. On your radio.
On Global Player.
And on your smart speaker.
Play Classic FM.
Sounds good.
This is Classic FM.
From Global's newsroom at 4 o'clock. Prince Philip's been admitted to hospital in London after feeling unwell and is expected to stay there for a couple of days. It's being described as a force remake.
For a moment, there it goes. Turn around, next thing you know.
Different from the music from an older person, so you will get slightly different.
Suffered under Pontius Pilate, was crucified, dead.
Sort of from the very beginning of infection, minute by minute, see what those responses are, and we can use that information to design better therapies and vaccines.
Well, FM is working very well. Let's have a look. What have we got? An external aerial connection. No, we've got no external aerial connection. So what we need to do for shortwave is just clip something onto the aerial there. Let me just catch up with the chat. I need to get my hands sanitized, don't I, before I go sticking them on my face. Video gel. Sign of the times, unfortunately, isn't it? Gel masks. Crazy, crazy times. Never ever expected this. So there you go. Right, let's get some help up because I'm going to have struggle getting medium wave, long wave, and any short wave in here. So let's get the Sony active antenna in. So let's go to, that's unusual, it's got AM, which I assume is, yeah, AM is medium wave. We've got AM and long wave, which is a bit unusual. Hi Ganesh, how are you? Afternoon, Dave Rhodes. Didn't see you pop in there. So Doug is saying there's a nightmare dial cord and wheel assembly in there too. I don't want to know about that. I'm not touching that, Doug. No touchy. Fill a clear bag with super glue and label it hand sanitizer. I don't think that would be much fun for the recipients, would there? Right, so let's pop this on. Ah, damn, it's already on, so I might have a flat battery here, but we'll try it. So let's turn up the volume. Let's have a tune around, see if we can find something. Medium wave. Doesn't seem to be anything on. Oh, there's something there. Well, medium wave is very weak. Try long wave. So long wave, we should get something around about 200 there, which should be radio 4. Could be that my battery's gone on this thing. Seems to be working. No, nothing on long wave. Short wave. Who knows? Probably not a lot this time of day. Shortwave, we need to just hook a wire up to the antenna. Nothing on shortwave 1. You should get something around 49 meters. No, nothing. 3. So there is something there. It's not great though. Let's just, so I think the batteries might be a bit short on that. Stick my long wire on it. So around about 13 megs now. So come up to 25 meters, which is quite a good band here. Nothing about today. Try 4.
Sí, correcto. Esto es lo oficial, ¿no? Después del
19-meter band then. Can't really see this, can you? It's a bit too much glare on it. Is it that one? Yeah, there we go.
Desde la respuesta estratégica es reciente, lleva menos de 2 años, es la vacunación de los contactos y los contactos de los contactos.
It sounded like China radio then. They're coming up to the 11-meter band. Bit of Morse. Bit of Morse. A Pepperish Farm remembers. Bit of Ritty. There must be a bit of activity on 10 meters at the moment then. Yeah, there's a bit of SSB stuff knocking about. Actually, no, that was band 4. That was a 20-meter band, sorry. I've jumped a little bit. Yeah, that was a 20-meter band, so we're on shortwave 4 at the moment. You can just about see the indicator there, look. So let's go to shortwave 5. Oh, 5? Yeah, that's 5. So 5 is just on the back end of the 20-meter band, going up to, looks like 16 meters.
الحزب الشيوعي الصيني. كل ثقة في أن على الرغم مما تعرضت له الصين من صعوبات وتحديات اقتصادية واجتماعية جراء الإجراءات الاحترازية الاجتماعي والسياسة الناجحة التي انتهجتها الحكومة الصينية في التعامل مع 19 والتي مكنتها من احتواء الأزمة بنجاح كبير، قادرة على تحقيق أهداف
So band number 6, so this is band number 6, what's this, 21 megs, so it's 13 meters to 11, I think, yeah. I wonder if it would pick my test setup. Let me just stick an aerial on my test set a minute. He says if I can find an aerial. Let's pinch one off of one of these scanners. Oh, gee, that's one. Yeah, let's pinch one off the scanner. I've got one there somewhere, but I think I pushed it in underneath too far. You've got your caps lock on there, net authorization. Your directional vision is both bleak and heart-warming. Right. So I've got this at the moment tuned to 2779125, which is channel 20 CB. Let's chuck the amplitude up on that. Let's stick 100 microvolts out there. It should pick that up, I would have thought. You never know. It's in FM at the moment, but yeah, I don't know how far. Something there. Let me just turn that up a bit. It might just be outside that. Let's try 28 megahertz. What am I on about? 26 megahertz. I want to come this side of it, really, not the other side. Yeah, there it is. There it is. As I say, it's FM, not AM, so. But it's picking it up. So there you go. She works. Pretty much, apart from long wave, medium wave is very weak on it. I don't know why. Let's pop that off for a minute. There you go, Brian. We've got a worker. It needs an alignment. Scale's a little way off. I mean, not far off, mind you. So I'm pretty sure I've got the service manual for that. I'm not 100%, but I can't remember whether I downloaded it or not. But at least it's arrived in one piece, which is great news. So there you are, a restoration project coming soon. Good stuff. I don't know if that's my other parcel arrived. So there you go, let's put that one safely to one side. And put that up in my restoration pile, up there. And we've got one more package. One more package. Yeah, net authorization, good now. Well done, mate. Got anything that's broken? I'm a bit behind. Pepperidge Farm. Cross. I've missed some of the chat, so bear with me. I'm just catching up. I'm just catching up a minute, people, before we open this next one. Nothing on long wait. Best we investigate this. The reason we haven't got time to investigate it today, I don't think. But yeah, long wave should get some radio 4. It could be a dodgy switch, Theo. It could be a wire off the ferrite. It could be the ferrite's rattled loose in transit. I don't think it'll be a lot, but that's famous last words, isn't it? So let's have a look. You put realistic into eBay and it brought up some interesting stuff. I bet it did, Pepperidge. Mike's saying, talking about shortwave, I only noticed when driving today, your Sony's A-Class has shortwave on the inbuilt radio. That is unusual. Blaupunt's good stuff, net authorization. BBC did a 3-hour program about train journey across Australia. A John Peel show on 247. Yeah, we wish. 20-meter handband it was, yeah. Well, I think we're up with it. So Doug's saying, if you remember correctly, you really can't get to anything in there without taking the tuning mechanism apart. No! No, Doug, don't say that. Okay, this box then. This box is in from Darren Coe. I don't know, I'm sure you will follow Darren's channel. You must do. It's a great channel. If you don't, then you need to subscribe, really. So we'll get that up in a minute. I'll find Darren's channel and we can we can see where this has come from. Now, Darren, I'm trying to think, after one of Darren's videos, I sent him a message saying that I had a book that he was after. He was after one of the television and radio servicing books. Darren's channel's not coming up there for some reason. My subscriptions list is all over the shop at the moment. It sort of like goes A to Z and then it starts back again at A. So I think it starts at the ones that I've watched recently, I think. Okay. So this is coming from Darren, and as I say, Darren was after one of the, well, he's after a few of the radio and television servicing books. So if anybody's got any spare ones, he did send me a list of the ones that he was after. Anyway, I sent him one of the ones that he was after, and he wanted to pay for it, but I said, no, I don't want anything to pay. Let's not exchange money. If you've got anything that might interest me, then you know, we'll do a swap. So he said that he got quite a few things that might interest me. So he put me some stuff along to have a play with, or to have a look at. So this is a much bigger box than I expected, to be fair. I mean, it's a fair size. Lots of nice bubble wrap. Darren certainly knows how to pack, or Daz as he's known. Ah, there we go. He said he popped me some books in. So this chap here, Gordon J. King, these are really good. He's a great author of technical books, and he's very down to earth and really goes through stuff from the real basics. And he can get quite complex, but so this is servicing radio, hi-fi, and TV equipment. I mean, I don't know what the date is on this, but it's a Nunes technical book. It's probably 80s, is it? Let's have a look. 1982. First published in 1966 as Rapid Servicing of Transistor Equipment. Now, I've got that book. I've got Rapid Servicing of Transistor Equipment. So this is the 3rd edition. So yeah, really useful book. So thank you, Darren. That'll be great. And this one looked quite intriguing as well. It's another Nunes book by F.J. Cam. A Beginner's Guide to Radio. It's sort of a little bit bigger than a Ladybird book, I suppose. This one's old. What age is this then? 1955. 4th edition, 1959, look. So we're going to be looking at a lot of Volve stuff. Yeah, condensers, look. Not capacitors, condensers. Lessons. We've got lessons. Ohm's law. Maths, grid bias. There's a lot of stuff about Volve radio circuits, etc., which, as you all know, I know nothing about. So that'll be a good little read, that will. So it's going to be really based around Volve radio stuff rather than transistors. So yeah, another good book. Oh, there he is, Darren. Sneaky watch at work. So what else have we got in here then? Hello. Oh, hang on, there's stuff dropping out of places here. Oh my God, there's more stuff. Let me get some room here a minute. Let me get some room. I think that's the bottom of the box now. Oh, well, we got a note. Says, many thanks for the radio and television. Here's some interesting bits and pieces that you may find useful. Thank you, Daz. Well, we've got, I don't know what that is. Let's leave that one for a second, because I've got an idea what that is. Okay, so we've got some poly switch radials. Are those points or 750 milliamp fuses, Darren? Is that right? I better get the overhead camera here because it's a bit far away. You won't be able to see any of this lot. So it looks like these are these resettable fuses, are they? Poly switch. I think I'm right there, Darren, aren't I? I mean, I don't know. One of your cats used to eat frogs. And it was two legs hanging out of his mouth. Very nice. Thanks for sharing that, Nick. Yeah, books like that are great, aren't they? PTC fuses for your PSU projects. Yeah, that'll be useful. I did pick up some 250 milliamp, but they're a bit small, really. And some more? Oh, now we're talking 1.35 amps. Yeah, that's serious. 1.35 amps. So I think because Chris pointed these out to me originally, all the gear, no idea. He said that they're sort of self-resetting, so the fuse will trip and then it'll reset, or it'll try to reset. I'll say I'm not 100% au fait with them. We've got a loose transistor. This looks like an NKT ACY30. Well, I've got no NKT transistors at all, Darren, so that will be very useful. NKT. It's a bit dark here, isn't it? Let's just make that a bit brighter. That's better. Yeah, NKT. We've got a bag of other transistors here. Let's make a bit of space here and pop these on the bench. That light blowing it out again. Oh, that overhead light doesn't like it at all. These will take a bit of sorting, Daz. So what have we got? AF239. AF239. Again, I don't think I've got anything like that. AF137, 138. Another NKT ACY30. There's loads here, Darren. There's loads here. What are these? And more NKTs. Like I say, I've got no NKT transistors here whatsoever. But I do come across them quite often. What's that? ACY22. I take it that's the same. ACY22. Some more of these ACY30s. I'm putting them in little piles here because I'll need to file them. More ACY30s. I'll say I've got a couple sets here that I've been working on that have got these transistors in them. I think one of them's the Dynatrons, that Edis one. I get confused. More ACY30s. I'm good for ACY30s, Darren. Thank you very much. Excellent. Brilliant. So there's some more AF239s. These are some more of these ACY22s. I've got a couple of these. Are these TO? I can't remember the name for these. They've got like a built-in rubber plastic washer, haven't they? New market again, OC36. I think I might have a shot here. Look. OC36 and an OC25. Excellent. Jess, how you doing? Windswept hair today. Yeah, more like gel. And what have we got here? Oh wow. Look at those. We've got a load of germanium diodes. They are going to come in mega useful. I do get through quite a few of these. They look like AA119, something like that. I don't know if there's anything written on them. Let's just get a bit of magnification a minute, see if there's anything written on them. TO3, that's right, yeah. They look like AA119s or something like that, but they're not. I don't think they've got any markings on them. Definitely germanium. So they should work as a detector in most radios, I'd have thought. Yeah, it looks like AA119s. Where's my germanium diode little tray? Germanium diodes. Maybe, yeah, they could be AA119s, but no, they're definitely, they're clearly marked, but yeah, they're definitely germaniums. I would say there's something like an AA119 or something like that, although they look slightly bigger than that. It could be, I mean, 1N60. There's no markings on them though. Yeah, they'll be mega useful, Darren. They will, definite. I mean, they're germaniums. You can pretty much use them in any circuit, and I'll be wanting something like this for my what's his name project. My what am I on about? Probe. My RF probe. Yeah, I can't see any markings on them. They smell old though. They smell old, Darren. So thank you very much for those. Well, I've got to try and keep them in some sort of order rather than making a mess of them. So yeah, thank you. That'll add to my spares stock. And yeah, interest in those thermal fuses. Right, and the last thing in Darren's parcel looks extremely interesting. It's all interesting. I've got some bedtime reading to do. But oh, hang on. What have we got here? We've got a CB radio, but I think this might be a converted CB radio because it's got a sticker on it saying repeater down. So I've got a feeling that this is one of these 10-meter conversions. We seem to have another lead coming out the back. Interesting. Interesting. I wonder what this does then. Shall I plug it in? You think it's AA218s? You think it's on 10 meters, Darren? Smell of vintage electronics, yeah. It's got the original Icom mic. Now this is an Icom ICB 1050. It's nice it's got the actual bracket as well. That's great stuff. That's great news. Let's get you in a little bit closer. As I say, it's got repeater down, so I don't know whether it means switch down for repeater operation. There's a label on it saying Bury St Edmunds, service and repairs, something CB, audio CB, etc. I'm not sure what this wire is on the back, but let's hook her up and see. I've got the test set turned on here, so let's pinch that one a minute. I have actually got one of these non-converted up there, so I was thinking of having a go at converting them myself, but there was some great plans online, some great sort of instructions on how to do this. I've got something else here as well that I haven't looked at yet. So still more. Flipping out, Darren. Thank you very much for sending all this. So let's just set the current limit down low to start with. Let's pop the audio cable in. Oh, actually, what was that connected up to then? Because I got my telescopic antenna connected to the test set at the moment. Just reconnect that back up. Let's pop the audio cable in to this set. Can untangle it from everything. Okay, I think we're safe now. So let me switch it on. Okay, it's gone straight into current, I think. Make sure we're in there. Okay. Okay, so it's going to be, let's key it up and see what happens. Let's get me off camera a minute. Let's get, okay, let's get you over to the test set and we'll have a look, key it up and see what, if it's transmitting anything. So we're looking at this meter. Doesn't appear to be transmitting. Transmit lights on. can connect it up correctly, aren't I? Okay. There doesn't appear to be any transmit there. Let me think. 10-meter band plan, anybody? So let's see if we've got any receive on it. As I say, I'm not sure what frequency it should be on. Sounds like a chip pan. On air check. The wire might be the PA trigger, Darren. Simon, how you doing? So do I need to connect that wire to... That is a can of spam. I think before we go connecting anything extra up, let's pop the lid on it and have a look. Let's pop the liddy and have a look. So power's off. Still connected up to the test gear, that shouldn't hurt. Yeah, this isn't made by Icom, the ham radio people, Nick. I think it's a totally separate company. It's not Icom as we know it, so to speak. It's Icom, but not as we know it. It's one of these two-piece cases. Let's pop that apart. And let's see where this other wire is going, because it could well be that that needs to be connected up to the power supply as well. But then I would have thought they would have incorporated that inside the radio. Take that off for a second, make it a bit easier. Yeah, I did try the low position, Darren. That didn't make any difference. So let's carry on out. Old school CB. Yeah, this is a rig from the 80s. I should have thought, Andy. So we've got a bit of tape on that side for some reason. Oh, hello, there's a box of tricks in here. Still got another bit to look at yet, Darren. Well, sport me. That's this smells of CB radio as well. No, wrong one. Let's try that one. Okay, let's lose that overhead light. And there we go. So we've got something going on in the neighborhood. We've got a little add-on Vera board, which is to get it onto 10 meters, I'm sure, but let's have a look where this wire is. Okay, this is this wire here. and it's attached to the microphone socket here. Let's go over that way with the light. So it's attached into the microphone socket. So I wonder if why would that be connected into the microphone socket, I wonder. Yeah, so you can see the mic socket there. And that is definitely that wire. It disappears through underneath the bottom of the board. And then out the back, so there's no other connection. It's directly to that. So I don't really want to put any power on the microphone. Do I? Where's this connected? I don't want to be careful because I don't want to pull any wires off of this. These things are a rat's nest of wires. Interesting. So it looks like all of these wires are linked into the PLL. Something to point with here. $10 not open very often. No, it's not. Inverter to 2 meters. Tone for repeater. It could be. You could be right there. Actually, that's a good call, Gary, because you might need to inject a tone in that to open a repeater. Subaudible tone. It could be, because that would be putting it into the circuit, wouldn't it? But yeah, I mean, this is connected into the PLL. There's a row of pins there. It's also connected into the board. So really don't want to poke that about too much, otherwise we're going to lose some wires and then we're going to be in big trouble. So let's quickly go to the internet a minute. Let's go and have a look, because there is instructions on the modification on the internet. And this was done quite often by radio hams that only had VHF, UHF gear to get them on to 10 meters. Cheaply, very cheaply, because these radios weren't overly expensive. It's a normal sort of CB radio price. But yeah, apparently this particular model was quite easy to modify. Something to do with the PLL, I think. Which PLL is it? It's got one of these strange Motorola PLLs in it. So let's let me think. Icom ICB, I think it is 1050. 10 meter conversion. Okay. So let's go to my screen a minute. So it's the same as a DNT M40FM and JWR M2. Scanner, 10 meter conversion. Here we go. So let's get rid of me a minute. Hopefully you can see that. Let's just shut off my documents. Yeah, we're on it. So let's go to full screen. So in June 1983, a modification was published in the Shortwave magazine, I assume that's SWM, to give 40 channel capability with repeater shift on 10 meters. In August, this was followed by a modification to the 2-digit display to read 31 to 70 instead of 1 to 40. Ah, okay. With the display automatically changing when operating in repeater shift mode. So the repeater shift design works by moving the frequency up 100 kilohertz on receive. Readers interested in building this design, shown in Figure 1, are advised to refer to the June and August issues for more details of the principles of operation, particularly concerning the display modification. The channel coding changes consist of increasing the binary inputs to the synthesizer using two CD488 4-bit adder ICs. To convert the rig to 10 meters requires binary 171 to be added to the inputs. So this is what this little board is doing, I think. Very interesting. So I believe this is the add-on board. So yeah, this is the pins 10 to 17. So inside this little thing, we'll unwrap this in a minute. Oh, I'm showing it to you, but I've got it here on the bench. You're looking at the screen. So I suspect that we've got these 4 ICs in that little. I thought it said 2 though. Changes increasing using 2 4-bit adder ICs. Oh, here we go. Here we go. By using pin 3 of the mic socket. So let me read back to that. What would now be needed to shift transit low is 171 for TX repeater 171. By using pin 3 of the mic socket, which when it has had the earth strap removed from it, goes negative on RX. It's possible to control one set of inputs to the 4008 to provide the repeater shift. So it's obviously had the earth strap removed, because I don't think there's anything on it apart from this wire. No, there's nothing on it apart from the wire. So I wonder if you've got to ground that wire out, maybe. I'm not sure. Goes to 0 volts on RX. It's possible to control one set of inputs to the 488 to provide the repeater shift. So we've actually got lots of ICs on this. We've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 ICs, is that right? 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, yeah. I'm just skipping over this for a minute because that's way too much for me to try and take in. So yeah, it's showing you where to put the wires on the display PCB, because I can see that's had wires added into it in front of the resistors. So there's a lot of alignment involved with it by the looks of it. So we've also got some modifications to the radio to help receive. So replacing the ceramic filter with a 2-pole crystal from circuit CF101. I wonder if they've done that. No, they haven't. That's still the original. So I'm still not 100% what that wire is supposed to do. I don't think it's it needs to be connected to anything. Whether earthing it out or feeding something into it, I'm not sure. I think is it F11 to exit full screen? Yeah, okay. Interesting. Let's have a look at the other documents. 10 meter FM conversion. Okay, I think this was the original 1983 document, yeah. Look at that, look. Amateurs who have used the legal FMCB system, in brackets, hang your heads in shame. Dear, oh dear. Right, how to get going. So this doesn't really give you much, it just tells you that it can be done. This is a much more basic way by the looks of it. I think what's been done to this is that later version. Okay, let's quickly look at the last, another one. What have we got here? More modifications. That's the last document on it. I'm just trying to get to grips with this this wire connected to the mic plug, what that's actually doing. So it says, since the February issue of Shortwave magazine, many CB shops have been inundated with amateurs seeking the remaining ICB-1050s to convert to 10 meters. So the original conversion enabled channels 9 to 34 being used. So this is a slightly different one. Okay, so that's just only using 3, so it's not as complex as the last one. Well, there's 2 ICs there by the looks of it. Pin 3 of the mic socket, look. But it's not connected to, there's nothing connected to pin 3 of the mic socket. Maybe this is it, or is there another connection to the mic socket? I don't know, we'll have to look at the circuit diagram for the thing. Interesting. Right, apologies for the lengthy on screen there, but I was trying to read it myself. And apologies as I haven't been looking at the text at the same time. Probably at a rally or something like that, Daz. Hi Michael, how are you? Michael Stevens, that is. A newer crystal shifter. A lot of work jumping this 28 to 30 mags, yeah. Reminds me when I did the Atlantis, yeah. Yeah, it's not got quite as much wiring in it as the Atlantis, but it's certainly certainly interesting. I'll tell you what I could do. I would try. I don't know though, because it's not really transmitting. Let's get inside this little box of tricks and have a look. So let's get the picture-in-picture off. Let's go to the overcam. Let's have a little look at this. Is that light going to blow out? That's better. As I say, I want to be careful with this because it's got it smells of old CB radio as well. And I think this is our little board with the ICs on it. Very sort of Heath Robinson, but then that's how things were done, wasn't it? Oh, we've got a spare wire there. Look, that's just cut off. That's an NC wire, not connected. Okay, there's some nice Vera board work going on there. Strip board, Vera board. Got a pad there. I think that's just to keep it in one place. So, as I say, we don't really want to lose any of those wires, although with those instructions we could, or I could, put it back together. Okay. So this looks like it's the basic version with just the 2 ICs on it. It's all solid wires as well. So, don't come off any wires. Right. Can we get you in closer? Do you need to see more? So there's our little made-up circuit. So sure enough, we've got MC14008 BCP times 2. So we've got a basic small signal diode there. Looks like 1N4 and 48, something like that. Just a load of resistors. This is going down. Let's have a look here. These are going down to the PLL, the first 4. This blue one's disappearing underneath the board somewhere. Interesting. The white one, that might just be a power wire. Then these go to the switch bank. Someone's probably spent a lot of time doing this, putting all this together, because I mean it's very neatly drilled out, all the Vera board. Yeah. Look at that! Look at that! Look at that slug there, though. He's to the max. That one's been pulled right out. This one. Oh, yeah, that one's nearly out. So they've really squeezed it to get the frequencies. How the hell are we going to do this? I'm still really unsure what on earth this is. Whether that is there to put it into transmit somehow, I'm not sure. That's what I can't work out at the moment. Let's zoom you out a little bit, because that's a bit too close in, isn't it? Hey, Harvey, how you doing? If it was done in the 80s, watch out for MC Hammer. I think it's Hammer time's gone on. Date code on the chip's 1982. So why are we not transmitting then? I would have thought we would, unless that is the transmit wire, but do we need to ground that to make it transmit? I don't know. Yeah, it's all very neat. Someone's cleverer than me. Well, to be fair, I think I could probably do it if I followed the instructions. It might be that I'll have to actually do one of the other ones to try and get my head around what's been done to this. So it could be another board to make up, couldn't it? So playing with the binary input codes to the PLL, you're dead right, Harvey. I suspect you may have done one of these, Harvey, have you? Let's just pop this this case off a minute. This speaker off, just to keep it protected. I mean, that's not shortened against anything there. I wonder if we could get the little tiny spectrum analyzer in and key up and see if there's anything happening inside the radio. Just going to pop that speaker off a minute, because I've got an extension speaker I can plug in and connect it up to the test set, so that can come out the way. Let's have a little look on the bottom side of the radio. I don't think there's anything too untoward. This is that wire that disappears out. Let me have a look at the... Let's turn that... Is that the one causing the glare? Yes, as usual. So yeah, that's where they've gone in on the PLL. Looks very neat. Yeah, looks very neat. They've done a nice job. I'm not sure if this is part of the mod. There's definitely something in there. There's a resistor or a diode or something inside that red cover. A lot of these decoupling caps were done from new anyway. This wire's definitely been added in underneath. Doesn't look like it involves cutting any traces, so literally all they're doing is altering the code into the PLL. See, that wire looks like it's been changed because it's got this sticky braided stuff on it. Where's that? Okay, so we've got some mods done in there as well. I think that's just power. So why aren't we transmitting? We've got an output transistor, which is a very strange looking one. What's that? C. Can't read that. Something 73. Oh no, that's not it. That's the output down there. It's time to investigate it a bit further, I think, isn't it? How are we doing for time? 5:15 already. No. No, it's running late, people. The bubble wrap probably fried the CMOS with static. Michael's saying replace it with a PIC chip. Find the schematic for that radio. Okay, let's have a look. You're after that, Harvey, yeah? See, this is a slightly different mod. I think this isn't the full modification, because I was just looking at this. I mean, if we look at my screen again, pin 3 of the microphone socket comes in through these two ICs. They just look like little amplifiers. I mean, hell, look at that sensitivity figure, 0.2 microvolts for 12 dB synad. Hell, that's sensitive, very sensitive. Second harmonic, minus 60 dB. Yeah, so this isn't quite the circuit we've got here. We've certainly got the resistors, unless they've used this diode instead of that. I mean, okay. Yeah. Let's see if we can find, Harvey, the schematic for it. We got service manual. We take it, this means it's the same. Yeah, ICB-1050. Oh, CB to 10 meter conversion details. It's another thing on how to convert. In fact, this looks like the one that I've actually seen. I'll just see if there's so this is the board layout for it. Have we got a schematic in here for it as well? Block diagram. This is the, I think they call it a truth table or something, don't they? It's just okay. Nice, clever stuff. So this is our standard codes, and this is the converted codes to get it onto 10 meters. So quite a bit of difference. So it looks like it could also be done to the JWR Mark II as well, or M2. And then we've got TX only frequencies for repeater. I'm assuming that you're on this page. Let me just double check that you're with me. Yes, you are. You're probably just as confused as I am. Tie high, invert, convert, leave. This is really good. I mean, they've just used one chip for this. So it looks like there's various different versions of doing this. The simple method. Trying to see if there's a schematic for the radio. So that's the chassis layout. That's a block diagram. There we go. Here we go. Is that what you were after, Harvey, the schematic? Let me just get the chat up a minute. Hi, Georgie, how are you? Zoom call. Hello and bye. Hello, goodbye. Generation, how are you? Welcome from Israel, mate. Well, imagine an EEPROM could have done the job as well. There's not too many binary pins to intercept. Are you surprised they didn't just change the rocks in it? The rocks? You need to program some of that net authorization to get it on 27 megs. Yeah, there's a few of my videos out there, Generation, isn't there? They're all live streams, most of them. Well, most of the recent last couple years or so is live streams. Hours and hours of fun. Let's just turn this back then. DNT frequency calculations. Do not touch DNT. Again, this is something I need to sit down in a very quiet room and read through all this. This does explain it really well, though. But that's enough of that. I'm going to run out of time, Alice. Yeah, cheers, Jax. Catch you soon, mate. You want to open it up to 26 to 30 megs. Okay, right. Still really not sure what this wire does. It's obviously been taped up for a reason. It's connected into the mic socket. What pin number it's on, I do not know. Let's have a look. Let me just get the mic wiring out for this a minute. We can find out quickly. Rewiring details. Same as Cybernet C. So Cybernet is, it doesn't number the pins, does it? Oh, what a pain. Oh, here we go. So it's 1, 2, 3, 4. So it's 1, 2, 3, 4 in that configuration. So if I'm looking at it from the back, that is at the top. So that's actually pin 2. That's pin 2 that wire is connected to, and pin 2 on that is, according to this, it's the common wire, the ground wire. It's the common wire. Hey! Video Monkey, how you doing, Graham? Cider. I need some cider. I tell you, I need some in. So that is the common. So surely without a common, nothing's going to happen, is it? Nothing's going to happen if we've not got a common connected, although that previous thing said about disconnecting the common, didn't it? I wonder if we touch this this common wire, whether it'll pop into transmit. Oh my. Let's unwrap this this wire. Thank you very much, Graham. Anyway, how you doing, mate? Over there in Canada. Okay, this looks even more disturbing now. We've got a whacking great spade connector there. Let's have another play with it then a minute. Gonna need to call it a day very shortly, but I do want to have a look at the other parcel that Darren has sent. This is certainly going to take us a few live streams to sort out, Darren. So thank you for providing the content. See, it's strange. It's drawing current with it in the off position even, which, you know, so it's drawing 50 milliamps when it's turned off, so it's still drawing current in the off position, which is a bit strange. So what I want to do is just touch that to there. That's not doing anything. I think this is a floating chassis, isn't it? So I need to wind the power up. Let's get the aerial back in it and the microphone. Okay. It's now drawing nil currents. It's not doing anything now. Okay. Let's try connecting it up correctly. Let's try connecting it up correctly. Well, touching that to the case is certainly doing nothing. I mean, it's only altering by 30 milliamps. Keying it. I'm really not sure. Derek, thank you, mate. Cheers, Derek. Good man. There's a load of programs about I didn't need a PC, so I modded my old Spectrum to do the evil task. Let's quickly see if I can find anything on the Spectrum analyzer. I'm going to get this thing out. This is the poor man's Spectrum analyzer. I paid about 40 quid for this, I think, and I've not really used it in anger yet. I have had a play with it, so I'm going to pop it on here. And if you want to see what these things do, then I suggest you tune into Chris, All the Gear, No Idea, who did a great little series, well, a great video on these. So let's turn it on. Oh, hello, we've got some stuff there, look. That's interesting. What's that? Right, let me just alter the settings on this a minute. Frequency. So if we center it on 28 megahertz, span 2 megahertz. So if it's transmitting, we should see. No, something's blowing that out. I'm not sure which camera, which light it is. That's better. So if I key it up, not a dicky bird. Let's flick it low. Nothing. I mean, we should be able to, if I alter this to center it around about 10 megs, we should be able to see the oscillator running. Oh yeah, we can, look. Just sort of, I don't want to touch anything with it really, but I'm just sort of hovering it over it. According to that, we got a peak at, that's not a very good one, 9.49 megs. Unless it's way off frequency. Rob, how you doing? Why would I fall out with you, mate? Oh, hello, there's a nice one there, look. It's gone now. 9.49 that marker is. Just trying to get a good Unless that's something else, of course. Let's turn my soldering iron off. That could be somewhere else. It could be picking up the computer or anything. Yeah. There's definitely nothing there. Let's make sure this is working. Let's center it at 27 megs. I'm assuming I've set this up right. Let's just get it so as you can see the screen. So if I turn my CB radio on now, which is obviously not connected to this thing, and channel 20, if I key that up, hopefully, yeah, so you can see that it is working. 27790 something, which is correct. If I go down a bit, I'll go up higher, and go down low. Yeah, so the little spectrum analyzer is working, but that is dead as a dodo at the moment, and I don't know why. So that's going to take a bit of head scratching to get sorted. Strip it for parts. I'm going to do that. It's a gift from Darren. So yeah, a nice nifty little tool that. It's not quite a full-size spectrum analyzer, but it's a nice little toy to be having a play with. Right, so this one's going to go to bed for now because I can't work out why it's not working for a minute. It's been heavily modified, so let's turn that off now. Oh, it's better. Get that fan noise out of the way. So it's really going to be a case of going through the modification notes on it and reverse engineering the thing, really. You know, it could be that one of these chips is packed up, and this brown wire is really, I really don't know what's going on there. I mean, it might need to be, I mean, it's external to the case, isn't it? So does it need to be connected into the negative of the power supply? Don't know. Because I think this is isolated from the chassis. Let's have a quick look at that. I'm still deviating. You've certainly given us something to think about, Daz. Let's quickly see if this ground is isolated from the case. Yeah, mega ohms. So maybe it had to be connected to the external ground. So yeah, the case is definitely isolated. Right, as I say, we've got one other item that Daz has sent in to have a look at. And let's give Daz a shout out as well for his kindness in sending all that in. It's a fair swap for just one book, Daz. There we go. So if anybody's not aware of Darren, this is Darren's YouTube channel. Only got 953 subscribers for some reason. Why on earth is that? I would have thought your channel would have been in the thousands, Darren. I'm surprised at that. So yeah, if you're not subscribed to Darren, then you need to be. Really, really interesting. Darren's a very clever chap. He knows his stuff without a shout, without a doubt. Without a shadow of a doubt is what I was trying to say, I think. So a lot of radio related stuff, a bit of audio equipment, cassette recorders, radios, amateur radio gear, loads of bits and pieces. Great channel. I enjoy every video that Darren puts out, even if I'm not interested in the bit of kit he's working on. It's just really good to watch. And he does a lot of reverse engineering. So if you're not subscribed, let's see this figure of 953 go up. And don't forget to hit the bell as well. Because if you just put personalized, you won't get notifications. You need to make sure you click the little bell when you subscribe. So there you are. Let's get back to the main bench and we'll have a look at the last thing that Darren sent in, and I don't know what this is either. It's some sort of board by the looks of it. Oh wow! Oh, well, I know exactly what that is. What it's out of, I don't know though. It's a CB radio board of some description. No, not that one. We want that one. It's a CB radio board. Now, what board is it? Or it could be an AM board. It's got an LC7136 in it. PLL. Around that way even, if you want to see it the right way up. Let's get rid of that overhead light again. It doesn't like that overhead light for some reason, the overhead camera. So it looks like a Uniden board. I don't know. It's got a Uniden board look about it. So it looks like a whole CB radio apart from the front panel. So it's obviously that way round. So power connector. I wonder what it's out of. What is it out of? Spanky, how you doing? Better than the radio crimpers. Yeah, well, I would say it's better than my channel. Darren certainly deserves a lot more subscribers than that. I really don't know why he hasn't got more. Maybe he's not been going for long, I don't know, but it's a great channel anyway, well worth watching. If you're not subscribed, then please do so. Yeah, I think this is an old AM radio. 7136, I think, is the one they pinch to do the 80 channel conversions. So you've even got the output transistor less the case it was attached to. Is that the output transistor? Yeah, I mean that looks like the audio IC there. It's very. So if anything, that will be a very useful source of spare parts. Any old CB chassis like this are really, really useful when you're trying to fix stuff. You know, we've still got a lot of the iron dust cores in there, which are mega useful. These little skeleton pot resistors are hard to find now. Some of the ICs will be useful. Little audio choke there, audio transformer. And we've got, I think Richard was after one of these board-mounted sockets. Yeah, really interesting. Really interesting. So thanks again, Darren, for sending that on, mate. Much appreciated. Right, let's get back to me. I'm going to say my bye-byes and I've got to go because, as you know, Wednesday night is pizza night and Mrs. Cruncher will be waiting for me to start helping out with the pizzas. Oh, it's a Maxicom 4E? Is it? How did you know that? Is that an AM 4E then? Oh, look at that. Harvey certainly knows his stuff. Weren't you subscribed, Theo? Wow, you've got some catching up to do there on Darren's channel. He's got some great videos, mate. For triggering a power amp, Nick? Possibly. You'll be over 1,000. Well done, Andy. It's easy if I don't panic. Cheers, Andy. So the LC7136 is an FM PLO, is it? Certainly looks like it's had a problem in this area because there's a lot of digging about that's been done on the wax. You can't see it now because it's out of shot, but yeah, no, very useful set of spares there. Theo's saying 75 ohm patch cable aerial to digital radio sounds more stable now since replacing the 50 ohm cable. Yeah. Oh, I see. The 7136 is the same as the 37, just a wider chip. I thought that was the one that they piggybacked to get the extra channels. I'm probably right, aren't I? But I always thought that was an AM in the AM sets, but it might have been just the earlier sets then. Oh, well spotted though, Harvey. How the hell you know that? I don't know. I mean, if I'd seen a Cybernet or a Uniden sort of 200 board or something, I'd probably recognise it, but certainly I didn't recognise that. So yeah, a lot of useful parts. Yeah, okay. Cheers for that, Harvey. And thanks very much, Daz, if you're still watching, mate, for sending all that stuff in. And Benji, we haven't had a chance to have a go at the mic elements yet. That's something for another video. And we got Brian's DX360 to sort. Yet another video. It's never ending. I've got loads of stuff to do. So there you go. Let's say a quick thank you to the people that have popped some super chats in today. Let's go screen cube. Cool. Picture. So we've got Video Monkey, Graham. $5 for cider, Canadian dollars. Derek Taffman, cool. Cheers, Derek. And Rob Cross, certainly haven't fallen out with you, Rob. Certainly haven't. So hopefully you've got your shortwave sorted now, mate. So that's it for now, people. I'm off. I'll be back on Sunday. Should be usual time Sunday, around about 1:30. Should be around about 1:30, and we should have my my little device that I've bought that's probably arrived since we've been live streaming. Plus we've got all this stuff to sort out, and I really want to get my head around that CB now. I've got to get to the bottom of that now. So you need more weekday action. It's one of those things, Graham, isn't it? I mean, it's if people are watching it, then I'll do it. But I've got to work as well. I've got to work and get people's radios fixed. I've got to work and get people's radios fixed. It's very difficult to do that when you're actually live and yapping to everybody at the same time. My CB's decided it wants to talk now. So anyway, pardon me. I'll see you on Sunday. Have a good one, people. Stay safe. And thanks for joining me yet again. And don't forget, any comments, pop them in there. Any ideas on what I've put in today? Any ideas what that brown wire is would be interesting to know. Because I've got a feeling that that is what's causing it not to transmit. Something to do with that. And I don't know how. Cheers, Graham. So bye for now, people.